Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Black Ice Esports podcast. I'm your host today, Adam Kilbo, and I'm joined here by two guests, Faisal Hasan, who goes by Fosumia. Hello, how are you doing today?
Doing good.
And Elias Baca, who goes by the name of Pacify. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. Yeah, the first topic I want to touch on today is that we actually have our own Black Ice website, and there's a lot of content, a lot of pieces that you can find on there. And Faisal, I just wanted you to talk about what, in general, we can find and what use it can be.
Yeah, so the blackice.gg website is up and running thanks to a marketing team that we partner with. And there's a lot of content there right now, and we're still working on doing our phase 2. So what the phase 1 included was informational pieces on the streams of the businesses that we have. So mostly the esports team, our staff team that's working here together at the Black Ice location, putting all the little projects together and the little things that we work on. Those are highlighted on our website, and what we care about is also pointed at this website. And what else can I think of that is very important for people to know? Yeah, they can apply for to be a team member if they wanted to join the Black Ice Esports team. They can message us on questions that they might have on memberships. So we do have a membership section where people can look at what memberships we provide for our customers for online perspective, and also the physical space once it opens up.
Yeah, why don't you go a little bit more into the memberships and what they are and what we offer?
Yeah, so there's a couple of memberships that are online right now. The initial one is the Founders Edition, which will provide members to get coaching from our staff and our pros, and they'll be pre-recorded or one-on-one sessions depending on what they choose. It will be more of a tailored experience for the members because they're founders and members at the same time with us, and we want them to have an experience where they can tailor it based on what their needs are. They'll get swag if they're also a member for a couple of months as well. So there's t-shirts and hoodies that will be given out to those members. So there's super cool stuff that the online shop is being worked on as well. So that will be part of phase 2 as well. They'll get discounts and also have exclusive member connections. So they'll be connected with other members that are part of Black Ice as well. Yeah, so that's basically the Founders Edition, and the silver and the gold is a combination of both. The silver just has less swag compared to the gold, so I'm sure people would prefer more stuff than less, so they'll probably suck up the price a little bit, and then it will be worthwhile because there's so much more that you can get in gold with the Founders Edition as well.
Yeah, I was actually just taking a look at the preview for some of these sweaters that we have coming out, and they absolutely look fantastic.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be highlighted more as we get the phase 2 running and put the website together. So our online shop runner, she's working with the designers to put a list together, and we'll highlight those on our shop and our platforms so people can buy them and see them in person. And we'll have models doing photo shoots, so we can use those photos on the website as well, so people can see how to wear them and what to wear them with and how good does it look.
Yeah, absolutely. You also mentioned on the website one thing you can do is if you're interested in joining our Black Ice team, our esports team, you can sign up online. And Elias here, you're actually part of the Black Ice Esports team, correct?
Yeah, correct. I'm actually on running the FIFA side of things. Currently, I used to be a player for FIFA, but kind of took a break from this new FIFA just for certain reasons that we can go into further talk into later on. But yeah, pretty much, and then on top of that, I'm getting myself ready to try to be a coaching for FPS games as well.
Yeah, what games have you gotten yourself into recently?
Recently, I've been playing a lot of Valorant. It's a very fun slash frustrating game at the same time. But other than that, Valorant, Overwatch, those are the two main games that I play.
Yeah, definitely. I've picked up a bit of Valorant as well recently, and I can relate to you. Those tactical shooters can sometimes be frustrating. Uh, yeah, that being said, what overall are you doing then as a coach then, or as like a member? Like, what does that look like, and what do you get out of it, and what do you get from it?
Uh, Pretty much. The start of it for me is I have to master the game before I can coach others. One of the things that I'm working myself and that I'm teaching myself, especially on a game like Valorant, is crosshair placement. That's the biggest thing you have to know about that game. Is if you want to get better at Valorant, you have to know where your crosshair is at all times, so you can kill the guy instantly as soon as you come in out pick out of a corner. On FIFA, I know the mechanics. I know the basis. I know how I can get just an everyday person to get better at the game. I've been playing the game for like 15 years or so, so pretty much since I was a kid, and I haven't nonstop playing it, and so pretty much that's the way that I'm getting myself to be a coach, and to learn how to run the team. It's I'm been reading some business strategies online. Other than that, I have Faisal here that's been helping me or guiding me on what to do, what steps I can take. We're in talks with some people right now for our FIFA team, but we're waiting to hear which this could be a huge signing, since this guy is actually a top player in the world for FIFA that we're trying to get for Black Ice.
Wow, that's actually really cool news. We're actually looking at a lot of players for a lot of different games, isn't that right?
Yeah, so I'm in the process of building our esports team. So we had a few good signings already, and they've put pen to paper, and I'm just due to get them soon. Also working on getting some streamers on board, so sign one of them up, and some brand ambassadors that will be part of the Black Ice Esports team and also the Black Ice team itself, where we promote ourselves while we're playing and while we're not playing, and through all platforms that we can. So right now I'm working on the Dota 2 team. I have a friend that plays Dota 2, and he's top 800 in the world, and we're trying to put together a team that can compete with the best out there. And our goal is to get to the top level. And they're very close, so I think it'll be really fun to watch this team grow as we sort of sign them up, coach, and start to grow and compete in tournaments where they can level up over time. And maybe, who knows, we'll go to TI, the international, in 2021. That's my plan, at least, but also for them. Um, and more exciting stuff. We signed up Billy. He's for our Dragon Ball Fighters. He's looking over the contract. He's pretty happy with it so far. So he said there's no issues there. So I think he'll be signing up pretty soon. And we signed up Brian Strand for Street Fighter V. He's a great ambassador for the game, the local community here, and he's also a great player. And he's trying to get to the next level. So we want players that are working towards a goal instead of someone that's already made. And that's the goal of Black Ice, to build something together as a team.
So at Black Ice, then, we're not just aiming for the cream of the crop, the top of the top, the faker, the simple type of player necessarily. It's not necessarily that, but we are looking to build up players, right?
Yeah, we're looking at the top players as well, but it's hard for people to sign for a team that's unknown as well. So I have to take that into consideration when I'm reaching out to people, and they probably don't care about us since they don't know us yet. So I think it's a great place to find people that are trying to grow, and for us as well as a team, like we're trying to grow a business model and also like a brand, a culture. So it's something that we can do together instead of something that's already done, and they might not be happy with what we do because it's a learning process and it takes time to see what works and what doesn't, and it's a matter of time and uh, dedication and determination on what you want to do. And so far, it's been going well. Really happy with the signings, and I'm still looking for some players for FPS and then also for League of Legends. I know Adam, yourself, and Vic are gonna help me with that, so I'm
Yep.
really excited. And the FPS side, I've pretty much have all hands on deck right now. So we'll try to build a team that plays battle royales and also team matches that we can in FPS.
Yeah. What games overall would you say you're looking for more players in?
So right now it's mostly battle royale for to start with. So at least Warzone. So that's a 4 stack, and we want a set of 5 to 6 people that can compete in any sort of FPS. So they're not just specialized in one, and that gives them a chance to grow their coaching skills and also level up in the games that they want to play, and building a team at the same time and see which game they are good at, and we can focus on that. And slowly, maybe we'll branch out to other games. So Call of Duty, Overwatch, I think we're looking at. I talked to Elias about uh, Valorant is something that interests me as well. So I'm gonna look at that. But yeah, first step is to get some battle royale players in that are good at FPS and can help the team grow.
Yeah, and we're signing people, and that means that we're giving them a little bit of money, of course, with the contract as well. But what other goodies are we giving them as well if they sign up with our teams?
Yeah, so if they sign up with our teams, they'll get swag. They'll get pretty much jerseys made custom, like we have for our staff team as well. So they'll get all of those with their gamer tags in them, and they'll always get gear that we can provide for our gamers. And if there's anything that they need to compete at the highest level, then we're always happy to help with gear. So it can be anything from gaming computers to mouse pads to t-shirts. That's all we have right now. So as our products grow, we'll try to support them with what we can and get sponsorships for different products. So there's a lot of opportunity on where things may go in the next 6 months.
Hmm. Yeah, that's nice to get a few goodies. I know I've gotten a very nice mouse pad and a jersey as well. Elias, I think you like yours as well, right?
Yeah, it's a really nice jersey.
Yeah, we even have some of our own chairs that we've been building in our own space here. They're Black Ice branded chairs. They kind of look like some DX Racer type of style chairs, but they're very nice. We're currently planning on selling a few of those when we have an extra amount, actually.
Yeah, so they're discounted for the staff and the players, and also they're going to be available a limited quantity for the first phase on our blackice.gg shop online. So people can grab them if they can. Uh, I think there's going to be only 10 left by the time we put them out there. So I would say grab them while you can. And I love these chairs, and it's been custom made and European style seats, so they're really great.
Yeah, and if anybody is interested in joining one of our teams, where can they find that information?
If they go to www.blackice.gg, they can go to the team application section. There's a button. If you click it, then they'll take you to a Google form, and you can type in your information, and that will send that info to me, basically, and I'll be reviewing it within every week. I review them. So if there's people that are interested, they can go there and start applying.
Yeah, and there seems to be a lot of opportunities across a lot of different games that are popular. Is there anything else you'd like to say on the teams?
I think we're in good shape now, and I'm really looking forward to see where the team goes and how many players that we can snag so far and give them a goal for the next 6 months and build the team as a whole. So I'm super excited for that.
I am as well. Elias, do you have anything else?
Yeah, one thing that I want to say or add up to what Faisal said is that we're not just trying to build a team to compete, but we're trying to build a team so we can grow a community within where we are. A lot of esports teams, just go and compete, but they don't really have like that big local community that's following them. And that's something that I've been following the Overwatch League that they've been doing pretty good at. It's building a community where the teams are located at, so they get more supporters, they get more people to go watch them, to get people to watch them more on Twitch and things like that. And even here in Minnesota, we have a big esports FIFA team, and it feels like they just left out the community out, and instead they just focus on the competition instead of doing local tournaments, doing some meetups and things like that. And that's something that I really for the teams that I will be working with. It's something that I want to focus a lot. It's not just focusing on the online competition or LAN tournaments, but what can we do for the community? What can we do for the FPS community here in Minnesota? What can we do for the sports community here in Minnesota? And so that's one of my big focuses that I'll be working on.
That's wonderful. That's great to hear. Yeah, going on to another subject, we can approach some of the game news that's come out recently. So we've heard recently that there's a new game announcement from Ubisoft. They've announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla as coming out. Have you guys heard of this game?
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty excited for the game. I love the whole Assassin's Creed universe. I love playing Odyssey. That was actually a very good Assassin's Creed, and this one I'm super excited because I like the Vikings and I like those the kind of stuff. So I'm super excited just to pick up an axe and go, chop someone down with an axe.
I'm a big fan of the For Honor games, so anything that's like Knights and Vikings and getting those things going on, I'm excited as well. It was kind of actually funny because I was looking at the amount of titles that were in the Assassin's Creed inventory, and this is the 22nd Assassin's Creed game. That surprised me. I remember when the first one came out.
Yeah, I love playing the first one, as I'll tell you. Like he was sick. Like that was probably the best one for me because it was like the first of its kind, and I was like, wow, what a great story and the way it's told and how the game kind of flows so smooth. And yeah, the new trailer just looked amazing too. Like I'm super excited for it too. I probably won't get it on day one, but I'll definitely play through it when I get the chance.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely worry a little bit because it is Ubisoft. Ubisoft is known for having some duds on launch, so I'm gonna put out a little bit of a buyer beware, I suppose, on that.
Yeah,
But that being said, of down the line, they usually patch into pretty good games, actually.
yeah,
So maybe let's see what the reviews say at the beginning and wait for a bit necessarily to get a better game.
yeah, for sure.
But it does look like a lot of fun. There's this whole mechanic where you're building your own Viking settlement and you have to go raid England to go get supplies and build up your settlement.
Yeah, it's special with the next generation consoles. It seems like we'll be getting a lot of better AAA games coming out, especially with new engines that companies are putting into games, and consoles right now, at least the next gen consoles, they'll be competing a bit again with the PC graphics. Like Xbox today, they showed some games, and I thought some of those games that they showed, they looked like they were made in PC for PC only. But and so the next generation consoles, I'm pretty excited, and it feels like Assassin's Creed is gonna push the limits of those consoles.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Like you said, that trailer just looks so amazing. And then going on, actually, I was looking at it and it looks like you can buy it for the Xbox One and then it'll also actually automatically port forward to the Series X as well. So that's putting some of that new technology into the spotlight as well, where you can have it for two consoles at the same time, which is really nice that they've been doing that for these new consoles now. So you're not stuck having to go back to get all the games that you know and love.
Correct, and especially since not everyone can buy those consoles at day one. When we don't know the prices yet, but when you pretty much it's gonna be like $500.
Yeah,
Not
easy.
everyone can throw $500, especially during holidays time to buy a console, and then on top of that, you gotta pay extra money to buy games and accessories like headphones and things like that. So it's always nice that they're gonna keep supporting the current generation as long as supporting at the same time supporting the newer generation. It's gonna be pretty nice that they're doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, that's all for the game news that we have for this week. Yeah, I want to ask you, what have you guys been doing and what have you guys been playing here?
Oh yeah, I've been playing a lot of Valorant. As I said, I think for Black Ice, it's gonna be a very huge game that we can tap into, especially because Riot said that for the first 2 years, all LAN tournaments, so all tournaments will be run by community, not by Riot.
I didn't hear
So,
that. That's
so,
amazing.
so the first 2 years, that's where we can tap into this market because we're not gonna have to throw $10 million, $20 million just to get a spot in, and let's just say in a league. Meanwhile, we can get a team and let's just say MLG or ESL or someone is throwing a tournament, we can send a team there to play in that tournament, and it wouldn't cost $10 million just for a spot to play in that tournament. So for the first 2 years, it's gonna be really nice. We're gonna be hearing a lot of new esports organizations coming out as well. Um, and we're gonna be hearing a lot of new names into this game, especially in this game. The way this game is being hyped up, I'm playing it as well, and the game is very it's polished. It has its issues,
Mhm.
but for a beta game, it's very well done. The servers are 128 tick rate, so there's not that much connection issues. Even though everyone, because of COVID, everyone internet's been kind of a bit slow. Even myself, I've been having my issues, even though I have a fiber optic, and I still have issues playing some of the games because servers are being overflow. But um, Valorant is the big game that I'm currently playing right now.
Yeah, I've definitely been excited about it as well since I got my beta key as well. It took a lot of watching streams to finally get my hands on one, but ever since I unlocked it and playing a few games, I've been excited to go into it. I've played a bit of CS:GO coming in and then coming into this. It definitely feels much different. And I know there's been a bit of hubbub about things like Peeker's Advantage and some other mechanics that are coming up. How different and yet the same it can be sometimes to Counter Strike Global Offensive.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between Valorant and Counter Strike is that you can strafe around a corner and kill someone. You can't do that in Counter Strike. In Counter Strike, you do that, you get punished because your bullets aren't hitting the other player. And on Valorant, it seems like it's you strafe in a corner and you kill the guy that's that's covering the angle from where you're coming from. Um, and I'm actually working with a guy right now that his name is Damage. He's actually pretty good at the game. He put like about 7,000 hours of in Counter Strike,
Hmm.
and so he's been coaching me on how to get better at the game. And this guy is just out of the world. Like he can 1v5 a whole team just by himself. If he wanted to. But and so I've been getting a lot of uh, uh, coaching from him on how to get better at the game, and I sent some clips to our team in here, so maybe you might see some of my clips out there of some aces that I got in the game. Uh, but other than that, I will say that's a game that I really want to get into.
Yeah, it's always fun getting these new shiny games coming onto our doorsteps and looking at them, seeing what they have to offer, and coming into this genre that's been pretty classically dominated by Counter Strike, and how much this can shake up that genre in general. It's really cool. And I'm excited to see how it can grow and become its own game and own community. Yeah, what anything else you
I've
give
been
this?
playing some old games lately during the break. So I've been playing some Call of Duty definitely with some friends because they've been playing, so it's a nice place to hang out on Discord and just do stupid things in the game. And it's great fun, and it's not there's no pressure because I don't play competitively, so it's a great game just to have fun in the multiplayer. I don't like Warzone that much because it's feel like you have to find people or like hide most of
Hmm,
the time. Like I'm more just want some action and just go to bed or something.
hmm.
Uh, the other games I've been playing is Dota 2. Like I used to play that a lot in college and it took over my life, but now I'm more balanced as a person, so I know how to manage my time. So I play enough where my friends are playing, and that's how we kind of met. My friend that's in the top 800 in the world. So we spar sometimes. Like he he doesn't play with his own account most of the times because we'll get matched up against some really nasty players that will destroy us. So yeah, we hang out, we play those, and I downloaded FIFA, the great game that we love from EA Sports, yesterday because Team of the Season came out. So it's basically uh, I don't know how to say it in a nice way, but it's basically open for all right now. So
Yeah,
I mean, all the players, their stats are over the top.
yeah.
So I started. It's Ramadan, so I started with the Saudi League, and like got the Ramadan jersey on, and get rocking the Saudi League team of the season players on there. So it's freaking awesome. I love it, but like FIFA's FIFA. You just either love it or you hate it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like everybody here plays FIFA. There's a lot of people that play FIFA here in Black Ice.
Yeah, I used to play competitively. Like Elias and I, like we used to play. Like he was on the Xbox side, and I was on the PS4 side. We didn't meet that often, but I loved competing, and I love soccer. So like I love the game, but it's hard to love the video game because it's not so great. But it is what it is. Like it's a game. You can't expect it to be realistic. So we just have to do what you have to do to win the game, and that's why we have our esports players now and not myself anymore, because I would get really mad at the game. So it's better to have them compete than myself.
Definitely. It's so funny you mentioned Dota and your comment about how it took over your life. That kind of felt like me for a while too. I've been playing a lot of League of Legends recently. Not as much as I used to, but I've been on that grind recently, getting into Silver 1, so close to Gold right now.
Yeah,
I actually had a few really good games the other day, and I took those highlights and put them in a montage. You might see that pop up on social media as well here.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, like we got into some good Dota games too, and surprisingly, we played ranked, and I somehow got ranked somewhere in the middle, and I was a little shocked because I thought I was terrible, but I guess I still got a little bit of touch, but I just don't feel like getting to the next level or whatever. It was fun to get back at it for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that about does it for all of our topics today. If I want to find you, Elias, where can I find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Pacify_X, or whenever I stream on twitch.tv/Pacify_X.
Perfect. And Faisal, where can I find you?
I don't know. Like I've been busy lately, so I'd say a friend request me on Facebook and then send me a DM. That's probably the best way to do it. Otherwise, I'm on Twitter as well as Fosumia7. On Steam as Fosumia. So if you type in Fosumia, you'll find me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure, pretty much on all platforms. But PSN, I'm on as Fosumia7 because when PlayStation got hacked, my original got taken away from me. So that's the one I have now.
Right. And I'm Adam Kilbo. You can find me at twitch.tv/NerdyHydra or on Twitter at Adam Kilbo and YouTube under the name Nerdy Hydra as well. For Black Ice, you can find us at our website, blackice.gg, as we mentioned earlier, and you can also find those links there that we mentioned if you are interested in signing up for one of our esports team as well. You can find us at Facebook at Black Ice Esports, YouTube at Black Ice Esports, Instagram at blackice.esports, and Twitch is Black Ice Club. That's all for today. Thank you, Faisal and Elias, for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.